Welcome back to Kansas City Chiefs Today, your #1 stop for everything red and gold. If you're new here, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for non-stop Chiefs updates. And if you're already part of the kingdom, you know what to do. Drop 100 points in the comments to show love. Today, we've got something exciting, a deep dive into the 2025 undrafted free agents who just joined the Chiefs. These are the underdogs, the players who didn't hear their name called on draft day, but are ready to fight for a roster spot in Kansas City. Stick around because we'll also grade the entire UDFA class, spotlight our top 3 sleeper picks, and show how these rookies could impact the depth chart. Let's take a moment to welcome the entire 2025 rookie class, drafted and undrafted. These young men are now part of something special. Whether you're a future Hall of Famer or an unknown name, in Kansas City, you get a fair shot. And hey, maybe one of these guys is watching right now or has family who is. So Chiefs Kingdom, show some love and drop a comment wishing the rookies good luck. Let's hit 1,000 likes on this video to show them we've got their back. Now, here's the updated list of undrafted free agents officially signed by the Chiefs. Glendon Miller, safety, Maryland. M. Delina, WR, Fresno State. Brandon George, LB, Pitt. Jake Briningstool, TE, Clemson. Trey Watson, TE, Texas A&M. Eddie Kaplitsky, punter, USC. Melvin Smith Jr., CB, Southern Arkansas. Jacoby Covington, CB, USC. Cadert, DT, Penn State. Essapole, OT, Washington State. Elijah Badger, WR, Florida. Elijah Young, RB, Western Kentucky. Qualon Jones, RB, Stephen F., Austin. Will Brooks, S., Tennessee. Jared Casey, tight end/fullback, Kansas. Dalton Cooper, OT, Oklahoma State. Kevin Knowles, QB, Florida State. That's a diverse group with potential in every corner. Offense, defense, special teams. Let's talk grades. I'm giving this UDFA class a solid B. Now hear me out. Yes, some of these guys won't make the final 53. But that's not the point. It's about adding competition, depth, and future potential for the practice squad. While I would have liked to see local talents like Kobe Bryant or Mello Dodson, we still found quality in players like Jake Briningstool and Essapole. A few missed opportunities, sure. But overall, a respectable haul. Let's start with Jake Briningstool, TE from Clemson. 6 feet 5 inches, 241 pounds. Last year, 49 receptions, 530 yards, 7 TDs. He was projected to be drafted. So picking him up as a UDFA, that's a steal. Briningstool finds space in zone coverage, and while he's not the most physical blocker yet, he shows real promise as a receiving threat. With Kelce and Noah Gray ahead of him, he'll be fighting for that TE4 spot. Next up, Essapole, offensive tackle out of Washington State. 6 feet 5 inches, 323 pounds, and didn't allow a single sack last season. He's agile, strong, and played all 13 games. Scouting reports say he's a raw but moldable talent, particularly strong in zone blocking. With his size and basketball background, he moves well and could become a long-term depth piece. He ranked 22nd among tackles in the draft and was projected much higher than where he landed. This might be one of the biggest steals of our UDFA class. Last but not least, Elijah Badger, WR from Florida. 6 feet 1 inch, 200 pounds. Stats last year: 39 catches, 806 yards, 4 TDs, long of 77 yards. He's mostly an outside guy but has slot experience. After the catch, he's electric. His biggest challenge will be consistency in route running. But if the Chiefs can polish that up, Badger might sneak onto the practice squad or even fight for WR depth. Now we want to hear from you. Chiefs Kingdom, who's your favorite undrafted free agent signing? Drop their name and why in the comments below. Also, let us know what grade you would give this UDFA class. A, B, C, D, or F. You might be wondering, why are we spending so much time on undrafted players? Because history shows that Kansas City knows how to develop talent, not just first-round stars, but guys who didn't hear their name called at all. Think about it. Just because you're undrafted doesn't mean you're unworthy. A strong UDFA class can add depth without hurting the salary cap, push veteran players in camp, develop into future contributors or even starters. Kansas City's coaching staff and player development system, led by Andy Reid and Brett Veach, is one of the best in the NFL when it comes to taking raw talent and turning it into polished production. Let's rewind the clock. Here are 3 past undrafted players who became big contributors for the Chiefs. Tershawn Wharton, defensive tackle, from Missouri S&T to making game-changing plays in the playoffs. Ben Neiman, linebacker. He was a key rotational player on a Super Bowl-winning defense. Byron Pringle, wide receiver. UDFA out of Kansas State. He ended up catching passes from Mahomes and becoming a fan favorite. These players started just like the 2025 class, unproven, overlooked, but hungry. That hunger is what sets the tone in camp. Who knows? Maybe Briningstool or Badger is the next breakout name. So out of all the names we've gone through, who has the best chance to make the 53-man roster? Here are 3 names to circle. Jake Briningstool, TE. Why? The TE4 spot is wide open. He has proven production and can contribute on special teams. Esapole, OT. Offensive line depth is always important. His size and athleticism give him a real shot if he performs well in camp. Elijah Badger, WR. Speed and versatility make him a dark horse. If someone gets injured, he could be next in line. Keep a close eye on these 3 during training camp and preseason. Flashy plays, consistent effort, and special teams reps will be key. Here's what's coming up next for these rookies and the Chiefs. Rookie minicamp, first impression opportunity, key for installing playbooks and measuring raw athleticism. OTAs, organized team activities. Veterans return. UDFAs start competing for real reps. Training camp, late July. Full pads, full contact. This is where jobs are won. Preseason games, their final audition. One big play can change everything. If you want breakdowns for each step of this journey, you're already in the right place. We'll cover it all right here on Kansas City Chiefs Today. Let's address a fun fan question we got recently. Could one of these undrafted guys actually beat out a veteran? Honestly, it's not impossible. Every year, we see veterans get cut because of performance, age, or cap savings. And if a hungry UDFA shows up ready to work, the coaching staff takes notice. Take Jake Briningstool, for example. If he proves himself to be a reliable target and a willing blocker, he could force the Chiefs to rethink carrying 4 tight ends. He could even push someone like Matt Bushman off the depth chart. Or consider Elijah Young, the RB from Western Kentucky. Special teams coaches love guys like him. If he performs well in kick returns or coverage units, he might edge out someone in the RB 4-5 slot. Let's highlight 3 position groups where UDFAs could shake things up. Tight end room. Behind Kelce and Gray, it's wide open. Briningstool and Jared Casey could push for a spot. Cornerback depth. Names like Jacoby Covington and Melvin Smith Jr. could sneak into the rotation, especially if there are injuries. Offensive line reserves. Esapole and Dalton Cooper are massive bodies with movement skills. If they outplay backups in preseason, expect roster changes. Training camp is the great equalizer, and these position battles are going to be electric. Let's wrap with this. Being undrafted doesn't define you. What you do next does. These guys may not have had the spotlight on draft night, but they're here now. And in the Chiefs locker room, everyone gets a chance to earn it. Chiefs Kingdom, we've seen it before, underdogs turning into legends. And maybe, just maybe, one of these new names will be next. This rookie class, drafted or undrafted, represents the future of the Chiefs. Some will rise, some won't make it past camp. But every single one is part of the kingdom now. Your support matters. These guys feel the love. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more behind-the-scenes looks at rookie development, free agents, and off-season battles, let us know in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us for the journey ahead. Until next time, keep the spirit of Chiefs Kingdom alive. Let's go!